Hello everyone, I'm Lizzie. I am making this video today to start off the beauty school series collab that me and Maddie Hartz here on YouTube are doing. I'm doing the cosmetology version and she is doing the aesthetics version. So if you would like to check hers out, I will leave her link down below. In this video we are going to be talking about what beauty school is really like, and I got all my notes here, so I hope I hit all the points that you are wondering about. And yeah, let's get started. First on my list, I have what I expected and what I did not expect. First, I'm going to go through what I expected going into beauty school. When I envisioned going to beauty school, when I was starting off this whole journey of finding my school and stuff, I always had this thought that school is going to be a whole bunch of girls that are my age, a pretty like glamorous setting, but that was not the case. I was expecting it to be a fabulous, like over the top experience, and I guess it could be for other schools perhaps, but for my school it just wasn't. And I loved my school and every aspect of it, but I just thought it was going to be like a photo shoot kind of thing, walking in every day. I know it might be different for some people, but for myself, I knew going into beauty school, I wasn't going to learn everything that I needed to know for having this career. I had a cousin that I would talk to, and she had been doing hair for some time and went to beauty school and all that jazz. So I knew some of the things to expect on that kind of level. Like, I knew I wasn't going to learn everything I needed to know for the career. Like, you are going to grow once you're out of school a lot. So school is just for the basics of everything, the rules, just the basics pretty much. You will most likely not learn all the fancy new trends, but you get to experiment with them in school. Balayage was like a brand new term and technique that was coming out at the time I was going to school. My teachers didn't know anything about it. They're quite older, and me and my friends at school would practice on each other, on dolls. At least in my school, you did have that time to experiment with the techniques and have the products be available to you. I also expected to have a really cool kit. Before going to school, I would look up YouTube videos of anything I could find about beauty school kits, what's inside my kit, and some schools have some really awesome stuff. So I was really excited to think I was gonna get something similar. And in my kit, it was pretty basic. Everything was a Sally's product. We got 2 round brushes, combs, clips. We got 1 curling iron, I believe, and 1 flat iron. And the curling iron was like itty bitty for doing little ladies' hair. And the flat iron wasn't anything too exciting, but it was just to get by through school. And it was fine. I ended up purchasing another kit once I got out of school to start off doing hair. But I expected to have like name brand, awesome kit. Like a lot of people that I have seen on YouTube could get Chi kits or Hot Tools or a whole bunch of different brands. Mine was just a Sally's, but it was okay. It was fine. One thing that I did expect from beauty school is I thought we would have clients all the time wanting color, because I was really interested in color, and that was not the case. A majority of our clientele was little old ladies that wanted their wash and set each week, and some people that just wanted a cheap cut. We didn't get that many color clients, which was kind of disappointing, but I expected that out of school. Some of the girls did, though. The students wanted their hair colored and they would do it on each other and stuff, but my cousin always told me not to get your hair colored in beauty school. You would probably regret it, because color isn't something you should take lightly, and if they messed up, it's permanent hair color, so it will permanently alter your hair color. So I just would get my hair done by my cousin, and I wouldn't color anybody else's hair that often because I wouldn't want them to do it to me. So I just, that was just it's just how I saw it. Some of them would get mad that I wouldn't color their hair or wouldn't let them color my hair, but I just wanted to keep my hair healthy. And throughout school there was a lot of girls that did mess up their hair while doing color and stuff, so just be very careful. Watch the person you are thinking about getting a color from, and just use your own judgment for that. One thing I did expect was to do makeup clients for proms and stuff, but when prom season came around, only a couple girls came in, and whoever was at the front desk snatched them up real quick. So I did not do any makeup applications in the school. But since I did have a lot of friends still in high school since I was so young, I contacted them and asked them if they wanted their hair or makeup done, and I would practice on them just to get the experience before going into the industry, which that was really good experience, and I loved it, and it was really fun. So I'm glad that I did that. What I didn't expect, let's jump into that. The first thing I did not expect was older students. I had a ton of students within my class that were in their 30s and 40s and had children around my age. That was really surprising to me. And I remember when I first started, I didn't want to tell anybody my age since everyone was a lot older. But one day I did wear a shirt that had the year that I graduated on it, and they freaked out on me. It was super weird. They were like, I can't believe you're so young doing this and blah blah blah. And a lot of these women had went to college, wasted that money of going to college, did not use the education that they had gotten, and now they were there. So the way I saw it was like, why would I spend money on college if I don't know what I want to do there or what I want to pursue or achieve? Like, why would I spend that money if I don't know what I'm doing, you know? And I knew I wanted to do hair and get into the industry. So I just bypassed going to college. I know I can go back anytime I would want because you can. So why waste all that time and that FAFSA money that I could be using here? So that was my outlook on it. And when they would get up in my business about it, I would just tell them that, and they're like, oh right, yeah, I did waste a lot of money and time going to college that I'm not using. So there's that. Another thing I did not expect was the teachers not acting professional, but they would express themselves like you usually would. Like, they would cuss, and they would be like, it was a close relationship with the students, like we were all friends. So I did not expect that. I just thought it was going to be strictly professional, because I don't know, I think that was the high school in me, because I went right after high school, so I was expecting like high school type teachers, but that was not the case. And I'm not mad that they expressed themselves and did all that, because it was a really fun experience. What I did not expect was student perks. Now, there are tons of student perks. I thought you didn't get perks until you were licensed, but that is not the case. You can get perks from Sally's, you can get a student card there, you can get perks through some makeup brands. You could search up on Google the makeup brand pro discount, and some of those have student discounts, so you could probably just put brand student discount, and then they'll give you paperwork, you can fill it out, and you can get discounts that way. And you can go to the local pro stores. Like around here we have State Beauty Supplies. As a student, you can go there, show them your registration. You don't get a card or anything, but you just show them your registration, and you can shop and use all of the pro discounts, which is super awesome. You can get all those supplies to practice with and do whatever you want, and that was really fun. and pro discounts are my best friend. So totally check that out if you're a student or a pro with the makeup brand discounts and all that. Sally's also has a pro card too if you don't have that already. Alongside that, I didn't know that the discounts on products was like, it's wholesale. So I just thought it was going to be expensive as if you were a customer purchasing it, but you get it wholesale, so that was really surprising as well. Another thing I did not expect in beauty school was smoking. Almost half the school and the teachers smoked, and they would go out for frequent smoke breaks, and it just blew my mind. Like, I think smoking is disgusting. If you do that, I'm pretty sure you probably already heard this before, but it just stinks. It's nasty, and it would get annoying sometimes because the way our book worked, where we would bring in clients, you would go down the line, and sometimes people that did smoke, they would go and run and hide and go smoke instead of taking their clients, or they would go smoke and take their good time doing that before they would take their client. So that was kind of annoying. So I did not expect smoking to be such a big deal as it was.
Sorry guys, I lost some footage, so the rest of this will be a voiceover until the recovered footage plays. But I wanted to talk about my first day in beauty school. When I arrived at the school, I had to go to the administration office, and the administrator gave me my books, bags, my smock, and my clock-in card and showed me how to clock in. And when school started, we had a sit down with all of the students, and we read from our book and did book work. After an hour of doing that book work, the floor students and the basic students split ways and went to the floor or the basic room. When I got to the basic room, I had to fill out paperwork so I could be put into the grade book, and we started learning whatever topic it was that week and doing book work, and then we would have lunch, and after lunch we would come back and do the practical on our dolls. When we were done doing our practical for the day, we would clean up, and after we would clean up, we would clock out. Now I'm going to talk about the first 6 weeks in basic. The basics course at my school lasted 6 weeks, and each week we would start a new category like haircuts, chemicals, facials, manicures, pedicures. So each week we would start off doing something like that. By the end of the week, we would test out of that category, and when you were done with the 6 weeks, you would take a test over every single test that you had. I made a 99 on my freshman test, so I got a certificate for that, which was really cool. And after that, they gave you your kit to assemble, as I had a picture shown of my kit. Then you picked a station out on the floor, and then you waited for next Tuesday to start your new adventure on the floor.
Okay, sorry about that, camera died. Now I want to talk about life on the floor. My first day, you went to class in the morning, came on the floor, and you worked on your doll. And when I mean worked on your doll, I actually have a sheet that I never had turned in, so I'm going to show it to you. We would have to get one of these filled out every week, and you would have to get it signed off by a teacher and the date you did it. So we did a perm, a wet set, a state board set, and a state board comb out on our dolls. And if you're interested in seeing the Oklahoma state board test, like me doing those things, I will totally do that. So just let me know down below if you want me to show you how the state board test was done as of 2015. That's when I took my test. We would work on that all morning until we got a client. And the way our books work, the person that has been in school the longest would be at this end of the book, and the person that just got into school would be at this end of the book. And if you had a walk-in, it would go to the first person. So I was waiting in fear all day because right after 6 weeks you're working on real people, and I was so nervous. I was kind of trying to hide in the bathroom. I was so scared. And my first client was a man, and he wanted a haircut, and it was okay, it was fine. So I took that guy. I don't think I had anybody else for the day. I don't think so. So I worked on my doll the rest of the day. Other than the first day on the floor, regular life on the floor would be going to class in the morning. You would check your schedule to see if anybody had put a client on you. If not, don't worry about it. Go do your doll, and if you get a walk-in, you get a walk-in. When it was around 12, you could take your lunch. You had to schedule that into the book, and you would repeat. Work on your doll. If you get a walk-in, you get a walk-in, and then you would clean and clock out. And also, this is how the day-to-day worked until it was your last day. And the last day was pretty much the same. You still had work on clients, but they threw us a potluck dinner. Well, me, because pretty much everybody had their own potluck since everybody graduated at different times, because that's how life happens. So we had a potluck. I had exit paperwork, and the administration's lady was working on getting my state board test stuff sent out so I could go to state board. And I cleaned my stuff out and packed it in my car and left at the end of the day. So that was pretty much how it worked at the end of the day. That's not really, like, there's lots more details of how my last day went, but that's pretty much the gist of it. So yes, that's how the scheduling and stuff in my school worked, but that's it. That's how beauty school is like. Besides all the other details of drama and clients, whatever, and the fun times. That's what beauty school was like. It wasn't all glamorous and stuff. It was a schedule, and you just did what you had to do. If you have any questions about what I had went over, leave them down below, because I'm pretty sure I probably missed a lot, but that's all I had written down. So if something had slipped my mind, just let me know. And if you want to check out the aesthetics version and Maddie's school experience, I will leave her video down below. Our next video will be about our school requirements and our state requirements, kind of thing, how that worked. So if you like this, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to follow the series. We have more videos coming out, and I would love to hear about your beauty school experience if you had went to beauty school before. So I'm excited to do the rest of the series, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.